This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, it's a tremendous chus to be again at the Kever of one of the greatest Rabbanim who ever lived in England, Rav Dovid Nieto. We were here 7 years ago, and we were at this Machon, but for the sake of those watching, now we have a much better close-up where you could see the Kever. Rav Dovid Nieto, born in 1654, passed away in 1728. He was born in Venezia in Venice. He studied in Livorno. He was a dayan. He was a physician. And in 1702, at 48, he is appointed the Chacham of the Sephardic community of London. He's an individual who's praised. If you look in Shuvas Chacham Tzvi Siman Yud Ches, Chacham Tzvi says about him, Kol Raz Lo Anaslei. All of the Torah was at his command. The Zmanim of England, the calendars of England, were created when Shabbos comes in, when Shabbos goes out. He was an eminent astronomer, created by Rav Dovid Nieto. To me personally, I was thinking about the Hashgacha Pratis that we're here, even though it's pouring rain, that we should be here now, Dafka the Shabbos, because he wrote a famous sefer that was in this week's parsha. Ve'es ohaliyav ben achisamach lematei dan. He wrote the sefer Matei Dan. So I was thinking that Hashem gave us hashgacha that we should be here the day after we read in the Torah Matei Dan. Matei Dan is known as Kuzari Hasheni. Kuzari was proving the authenticity of the Torah Shebechsav. Matei Dan demonstrates the authenticity of the Torah Shebal Peh. In the original printing of Matei Dan, there is a haskama from none other than the Shagas Aryeh. So we have over here my dear friend Rav Nassim Wadler. I want to thank Rav Yaakov Grant for making the arrangements. And at my dear friend Rav Josh Morhaim's house, I read the sefer from Rabbi Leib Steinman, who said the Shagas Aryeh chazard Shas over 1,000 times. He would review 200 blot a day. The Shagas Aryeh wrote a haskama on the sefer, encouraging people to read the sefer Matei Dan of Rav Dovid Nieto. One of the most well-known pieces of information about Rav Dovid Nieto is when he said something very controversial. He said, the Ribbono Shel Olam is Teva. And this caused a great stir here in London. Ribbono Shel Olam is Teva? It sounded to people who were uninitiated, sounded similar to pantheism. And coming to his aid was none other than the Chacham Tzvi. And the Chacham Tzvi said, if you don't accept what Rav Dovid Nieto says, then you don't believe one of the basic tenets of Emunah. We don't believe that God created Teva and Teva runs its course. But rather, we believe that in fact, that the active processes, it's not that Hashem created condensation and now rain. No, Hashem didn't create these cycles. The rain is the active will of Hashem. It is indeed Hashem. It is a reflection of the active efforts and pe'ulos of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This was one of the important teachings of Rav Dovid Nieto. Zechusa Yagin Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.